Remember Officer James Knott arrested me for my free speech in front of City Hall 2 years ago?
Is that how you're classifying it?
Huh?
Is that how you're classifying it?
That's exactly how I'm classifying it. How would you classify it?
That you got arrested?
Yeah, I got arrested
Okay.
by James Knott, the same officer that arrested 2 Haitians in 2012
Okay.
and racially profiled them.
Okay.
Right, and then the town, that's public records, the town settled for $30,000 apiece.
Okay.
But the only stipulation is that they weren't allowed to share the story with any third-party sources. So basically, it was hush money. You believe in that?
Then how would you know if there was an NDA?
Because they have the Information Act in West Virginia. Yes, you aware of that?
Aware of what?
So am I breaking any laws right now?
Did I say you
By
were?
being here?
Did I say you were?
I'm just asking you because you guys like to arrest people. Officer Noble.
Former officer? Maybe?
She's not an officer anymore? She had to retire because of her accident or what?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You took up a GoFundMe or whatever for Officer Nobles, right?
What does this have to do with your court date?
Huh? Why did you take up why were you the officer that took up a GoFundMe?
What does this have to do with your court date?
Why did you take up a GoFundMe for Officer Noble?
Does it matter?
Were you dating her?
Does it matter?
Why do you have to hide? You guys have to hide. See, all my sin, all my wrongdoings public. Google City of Charlestown, West Virginia Police Department, and they have no Google reviews. They whitewash all of their wrongdoings. They can't handle criticism. So how is your girlfriend doing? Is she still your girlfriend, or did she break up with you?
More help or anything?
Did she-
You came to me. You started talking to me.
I know. I'm wondering how Officer Noble's doing because 2 weeks after I preached, she got in a bad accident. And you ought to appreciate that. It ought to.
I didn't ask you for your advice. You gonna post the whole video, by the way?
Why not? How about
It's
it?
because you're being an ass.
Learned your lesson.
Walk up to people and start saying that.
You never
kind of
learned.
stuff.
You never learned your lesson.
Message might get out better if you don't do that.
See, next time it might not be Officer Nobles that gets in an accident. Next time it might be you.
I want your soul.
Okay.
And if you die, you're going to go to hell.
For being here.
You're going to burn in hellfire.
Services?
You're going to burn in hellfire,
Did
except
you,
you
need service
repent.
From the water department, and police department.
Why are you asking me that? That's irrelevant.
Yes, it is. Because you're on a private property, publicly accessible, but you
That's
have
what
no reason for being here.
That's why. That's
You can
why.
leave now if you'd like.
Okay, if I don't, are you going to arrest me?
It's possible.
Okay, have a good day, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, and what law would I be breaking again?
Trespassing because you have no legal reason to be here.
Okay.